What's up, Everyday Blades? Man, hope everybody's doing well today. Summer's trying to come to an end, and down here in Texas, we are looking forward to it. Whew, it's hot. Today we're looking at the Laconico Keen from Massdrop. This one completely slipped my radar. When this one dropped a while back, well over a year ago or more, I never saw it, and I think I was way into Medfords at the time and just didn't notice it. And I've recently come across it, and I was like, wow. So I actually come across a couple of reviews on it, and they were just singing its praises, and so I got to check it out. And I can tell you that this is a great knife. So, titanium frame lock. They have the version with the speed holes, and then the plain tie version. They come in multiple different variants. Blue, black. Haven't seen a plain tie, but I'm sure they have it. So the S35 VN spear point blade. It's a dedicated flipper, which, you know, for this one, okay, I can kind of see that. The characteristics of a knife call for that. It's a little bit weighty. Not crazy. Let's see what the specs are calling the weight. It's just enough where you notice it a little bit, you know, compared to a lot of the newer stuff that's come out that's quite a bit lighter. Overall weight, 4.5 ounces. So, you know, it's not killer. It's over the inch and ounce, but it's definitely not a deal breaker, especially if you like larger knives like me. And this is definitely a full-size knife. It's not a extra large knife. It's just a full-size EDC. Some milling in this knife, and oh my God, this thing would have been off the charts. But it's still really good. I'll be keeping this knife at least for a while. I really like it. I like the way they put Laconico's name on the back. It's super clean. I'm not one to bark about billboarding too much, and this one's kind of understated. So if you don't know, Massdrop is a company that'll put together collaborations between designers and makers. So We Knives manufactured this knife. Laconico designed it, and it's a great knife. They did a fantastic job. I mean, we all know We Knives builds amazing knives. They do a great job. This one's on bearings. I like the one with the holes better. I ordered this one specific like this. It came really sharp. It's a great cutter straight out of the box. I always appreciate that. Of course, it's got the over travel stop, the lock bar insert. A knife like this, I don't see the reason for an over travel stop. One, the lock bar is good and robust. I doubt you're ever going to over travel it. But two, sometimes some of us like to relieve that lock bar pressure a little bit and just make it a better functioning knife. If they've got the geometry really good, you can really lighten up that lock bar and it still function great. But neither here nor there. The knife is really, really good. So it comes with the Massdrop box, of course, and then the double knife pouch, and paperwork and all that good stuff, and then the Laconico microfiber cloth. Let's look at some specs real quick. Let me grab them. I actually have the specs here written down, so we'll go through them. We'll cheat off the Blade HQ website. They do pretty good. Overall length is 8 inches. Blade length is 3.35. Cutting edge is 3.25. Blade width 1 inch from here to here. And CPM S35 BN, spear point blade, full flat grind, satin finish. It's got a plain edge on it. Handle length's 4.5. So pretty standard knife, probably a little bit on the larger side. Let's put it up against the Para 3. So you can see, good size knife, definitely nothing to complain about. I have 2XL gloved hands, and it's still coming out the back very comfortably. Okay, let's check it with the another knife a lot of people know very well. Another knife that's about its size. The Spartan Harsey, the full-size Spartan Harsey. See, so the Spartan Harsey is a big knife. I mean, it's grande. So it's a little bit smaller than that. It's a little bit narrower and easier to carry, and definitely lighter. The Spartan Harsey is another one that could use a diet and really become a phenomenal knife after that. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Everything is just done well. I like simply built knives, but I like simply built knives that are done extremely well, and that's the case here. The flipper flips 100 out of 100 times. The geometry of the flipper tab feels really good, probably better than any other knife that I have, and that's saying a lot. Your finger just fits right in there like it was made for your finger. Flips right out. Fantastic. Your fingers can even be on the lock bar a little bit. It's not gonna lock up on you. It's not one of those ones where if your fingers are even sniffing the lock bar, it's not gonna open. It's not like that. Very understated clip with good spring in it. I like that. I would, of course, like I always say, I would have put the lock bar insert on the inside, but that's definitely not a deal breaker, especially when the bite on the clip is way down here. I don't think that's going to cause you an issue. But man, some milling in there would have just changed the game for this knife. But I think this knife was a couple of $100. Let's see what Blade HQ's throwing it for. $165. I think I paid a little bit more. I think it was like $185 with the holes in it. I think this version was a little bit more, but maybe it was $175. I can't remember, but under $200 for a killer knife. I mean, you're talking about, that's like para 3 territory, and I would absolutely rather have that than the para 3. It's just a great deal. I think this knife bats in the $300 to $400 range, probably closer to the $300 range, but definitely bats way above its pay grade. So, guys, that's the Massdrop Ray Laconico Keen. I'd advise you pick one up, especially as cheap as they are. You can't go wrong. There was a lot of hype around these knives when they first come out. The hype is 100% justified. Guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do. God bless you and your family. Say a prayer for our country.